Hi everybody, it's Spring with Soaps and Suds and such, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be making a hot processed soap. This is an herbal, and I have, infused my some olive oil with some herbs. Just to name a few, let's see, rosemary, lavender. And it's got sage in it, and then it's got some more that I actually gather myself. And actually, what I have to do with this one, because the amount I need, instead of having to make a whole lot for the size, I usually end up, what I'm doing right now is letting this melt on low. But I usually end up mixing my lye solution in with my oils, and then what I'll do is I'll split this off into 2 crock pots and let it cook that way. If I don't, I will have an erosion because this crock pot isn't quite big enough to support this amount of oils and my lye solution. So I'm going to get these melted. I've done got my lye solution cooling. Well, it's really hot, but it'll be cooling off. Now I've got to get this melted and get them at the, I like to do them at near the same temperature. And then I'll bring you back when I get ready to blend, and I'll bring you back then. Okay, I've kind of changed my mind, and I've decided with this one, I'm just going to go ahead and put my lye solution in, let that melt my harder oils down, and what it doesn't get, I'll go ahead and blend. I have done that before with well, I've done it with cold process too, but I'm going to go ahead and do that because I really need to get this going. I have to pick the kids up later, and hot process tends to take a while sometimes, just all according. Put this over here. Okay, now I'm going to get this, I'm going to actually stir it first. And you see that is pretty full. That's why I'm going to have to split this into 2 separate containers. There's no doubt in my mind on that. I don't want to risk eruption, actually. And I'll have to blend some of those chunks out. Well, it seems to be melting some of it down. Okay. Dripping it everywhere. Okay, I'm going to get ready and blend. Try to get those chunks out. Shut that on low. This thing really blends. Okay, I'm going to get ready and split this off into the two crock pots. I've got another over here that you can't see. I'll do that and then I'll bring you back once it starts cooking. Okay, I've got this cooking, and this is what I will be super fattening with, and this is my actual infused oil, and this is olive oil, but it's more like a butter, but the way I've done it and the way I store it. But I will be infusing each one of these because I did split it in half with half of the infusion. And I will also be using a blend of essential oil in this. And I'll bring you back when it starts cooking. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see or not, but right about over there, this one is starting to move on the sides. And then I'll switch you over to this one, and it's starting to move on these sides over here on this one. And I'll bring you back when it really starts moving. Okay, I thought I'd show you what they're doing. If you can see, it's rising up on the sides, building oil in the center in this one. And then if we move over here to this one, you see it's kind of doing the same. So I just wanted to show you the difference in those. I'm just going to leave it alone. Let it do its thing, let it cook, and continue to do the process. I'll bring you back. Okay, that one, the center's not as oil fluid, but it's rising up on the sides. And if you can see, this one has got an oil pocket right in there. But they are coming along nicely. I'm just letting them do their thing. Okay, it's moving along nicely. This is the first one. This is the second one. Just doing its thing. Okay, this one has really came up, so it's moving faster than the other one. And I am probably going to stir this one, I think. Let me find my... I could let it go, but I don't want it to come out of there. Oh, it looks good. Okay, and the other one not quite ready to stir yet, if you can see. So I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to put this in here. This is just my herbs that have been infused. I'm gonna get that in there so it can cook in there just a little bit. If you can see, that's starting to melt really nicely. Cover that, and we'll do the next one, and I'll bring you back whenever I get ready to move on. Okay, I am going to stick blend this one. I don't do them all that way, but I don't recommend doing that if you don't have an industrial strength blender, because that is rather thick. Okay, I did put my essential oil in there, the blend, and now I'm just going to start scooping it in like so. And I hope I got my recipe, the amount right. Well, there's the phone. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was teacher from school. I'll get this in here. Yep, I've got 2 younger children in school, and I have an older child. He is in college. And then I've got one that's married and out on her own. It looks like I might have made too much again. I am so bad for these molds. I just forget how much they hold. Okay, and I need to beat this down. I'm going to beat that down right quick. I'll bring you back. Okay. A little bit more on this one. Then I'm going to have to rush and find a mold. I don't know, I might can get this one a little higher. I like them tall anyhow. I love my soaps tall. I don't know why. Even the herbals. And I do love herbals. I love herbs altogether. Many herbs. I'm kind of like an herb fanatic. Let's see, what do I want to try to, I'm just gonna, and I didn't make this liquidy so I could do a whole lot with it. Can't do much with it like this, but I'm just kind of making it a little bit prettier on the top, that's all I'm doing. It's more of a rustic soap. I like rustic though, and I love my herbs. So now there's many herbs you can get good colors from if you use them correctly in your soap. And you know, you can do the more liquefied soap so that you can do swirls and stuff such as that. Okay, I'm going to find me another mold and put the rest of that in there, and I'll try to include the cutting on this, and I should be able to, but there it is. And I'll bring you back when I cut her. Okay, we're back to cut our herbal soap. Okay. There you go, if you can see that. Really pretty. And I did get this big loaf, and then I also got a small, very thin loaf right here. You can see this, just a mini. We will probably use that ourselves, or I'll either use it for samples, one or the other. But it turned out really pretty. Still loving my cutter. Oops. Not the best place for my cutter, but right now I can't use the table, so I have to do it here. And it smells wonderful. It smells like tea tree oil. And it's got the goodness of the tea tree oil, essential oil, and the herbs that were put into it. Okay. And these, the way that I fixed them, hot process and all, I could actually use this right now. I mean, I've never had any problem with this soap. Sometimes I'll let it set for a while though, it's just according to the soap. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click subscribe. Click that little bell next to it so you'll be notified every time we upload. And happy soaping. Have a great day.